good morning. We will talk about the vocabulary words today. Tomorrow we will read the Nacella article entitled or called Six Artificial Flavors to be Banned. So that's what you will learn tomorrow. Today we will say the words and then talk about the meaning of the vocabulary words and go over the vocabulary words. Review questions so you can practice using the words. Today is April 27, 2020. It's a Monday. So let's say the words first. I'll say it and you'll repeat it after me. Ban, ban. Can you say that one more time? Say it again, please. Awesome. Artificial, artificial. Can you say that word? Repeat it one more time. Good job. Next one is tangy, tangy. Can you say that word? Repeat it again. Excellent. The next word is lawsuit, lawsuit. Can you say that word? Repeat it one more time, please. Awesome. And the last word is highlight, highlight. Can you say that word? Say it one more time, please. Fantastic. So, the first word is ban. It's a verb. It's an action. It means to forbid or should be not allow. Okay, typing mistake. Not allow people from using something. Okay, so an example would be schools have banned students from using their cell phones in class. So when you are in a classroom, you are banned from using a cell phone. Okay, so that's one of the example. Another one would be firearms or guns. So any buildings that you would go to, firearms or guns would be banned. Artificial, it's an adjective. It means not natural or real. So that means, they use chemicals. Sentence, artificial food is not healthy and you should stop buying them. So this is a cereal, candies. What makes them artificial would be the flavor, okay? To get this orange flavor or lime flavor, they have to use a lot of color. So the coloring is artificial. So that's why these things are not good for you. Tangy, it's a noun. It means a strong, sharp taste or smell. For example, the barbecue ribs taste a bit tangy. When we talk about tangy, a lot of people associate it with lemon or lime. So citrus flavors, which would be lemon or lime, would be considered tangy. Some people say that salt is tangy because it has a strong, sharp taste or smell. Lawsuit. It's a noun. It means a process by which a court of law makes a decision to end a disagreement between people or organizations. Sentence, this very known company lost the lawsuit. They have to pay lots of money to the defendant. Defendant would be the person who is accused of something. Usually it's the person that people think is guilty. Obviously, later on, we will find out after the lawsuit if that person is guilty or not. But lawsuit is expensive because you have to pay the lawyers, there are court fees, and obviously, if you lose, you have to pay a lot of money to the other person or company. So as much as possible, people try to avoid lawsuits, okay? You don't want to have a lawsuit against you. Highlight, it's a verb. It means to make people notice or be aware of someone or something. So example, the news about President Trump banning asylum seekers in the country highlights the fact that U.S. is not following the UN Convention Agreement. Because in the UN Convention Agreement, you should try to accept a certain number of asylum seekers. So when we say notice or be aware, it means to make people know about something. When you notice something, you know about it. Okay, if you are aware of something, you know about it. Okay, so that's what a notice or aware, what those words mean would be no, that's the other word, or synonym, okay, which means similar meaning. So let's look at the questions that you guys have to answer. The first one is, what kinds of food should be banned by the government? Why? So you can say, I think that blank, whatever kind of food you think is not good or healthy, should be banned by the government because what's the reason this should be banned? Okay, so think of a reason for that. Number two, do you think that companies who pay their employees really low rates or really low salary, okay, should have a lawsuit filed against them by the government? So if you agree, you say, I think that companies that pay employees low rates should have a lawsuit against them because, and you say the reason. I don't think that companies that pay employees low rates should have a lawsuit against them because, and you say the reason. I said low rates because I'm talking about hourly wage. Actually, I should change this to low wages, okay? Even though I'm talking about per hour, I think wage would be the better word instead of rate. Okay, number three. What is an example of food that's tangy? So give me the name of a food. Blank is an example of food that's tangy. The example that I gave you was barbecue ribs. You can choose another food. Please don't use my example. Number four. What are the negative effects of artificial food on your health? The negative effects of artificial food on our health are, so you notice the S, that means you have to give more than one reason. So what happens when you eat a lot of artificial food? What could happen to your body or health? Number five, what does it mean when the media highlights what Trump does wrong? You have to make an inference here, okay? That means when you're making an inference, there could be more than one answer. And inference is what you know about Trump, what you know about the media, put those two information together and you would have an inference, okay? So when the media highlights what Trump does wrong, it means that, what does it mean? What does it say about Trump? What does it say about him as a leader? Okay, so think of it in that way. So if you guys have any question, please send me a message. I would need the answers to this by 5 p.m. today. You guys have a good day. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.